Hello, everyone. I'm Vince White, and we're trying to look at how to how to figure out if you meet the eligibility requirements for unemployment benefits in New York State. And I'm going to be upfront with you. A lot of what I'm going to say is going to sound like nonsense. It's going to sound like gibberish because that's largely how it's explained by the unemployment agency, and we can wonder if that's incompetence or if it was just too complex to get in writing, or if maybe they're doing it because they don't want you to apply for benefits. I don't know. We all have our own opinions, I'm sure. But to go with all the gibberish, I'm also going to link a calculator down below that's provided by the Department of Labor that actually is a pretty great tool and will help you potentially determine if you qualify for benefits. So feel free to ignore everything I have to say because I don't really think I'm going to do a great job, and I also don't really think that a short video is the best means of explaining this. I think this is going to sound like utter nonsense, and you're going to leave this video thinking I am the stupidest person in the world, which may be true, but we're going to give it a try. But click the link. Click the link. I think it'll be more help. So in New York State, essentially, you're looking at your base period, right, to see if in the base period you've earned enough to qualify for benefits. And they're classifying that base period as the earliest 4 of the 5 complete calendar quarters before you filed your claim for benefits. They give an example. So if you filed your claim for benefits in October of 2019, your base period would then be from June 1st of 2018 to May 31st of 2019. New York, though, doesn't keep it simple. It also has an alternate base period, because of course it does. If you don't meet the requirement in that original base period, or even if you think you might do better in terms of your earnings and so get more benefits, you can go after this alternate base period. And what it is the last 4 completed quarters before the person files for unemployment. Now, that is an easier concept to understand than the way we had to say the original base. The alternate base, to me, is much more intuitive. So it's really taking more recent employment into account under the alternate base, and that's going to help a lot of people. And even if you qualify under the original base period, you might end up getting more benefits under the alternate base period. So you definitely want to keep an eye on that. So let's look at what you have. You have some additional requirements here. So you're looking at your base period, right? And you need to have earned wages in at least 2 of the 4 quarters of that base period. And then you have to have earned at least $2,600 in the highest paid quarter of the base period. So $2,600 in the highest paid quarter at a minimum. And lastly, your total earnings in the base period must be at least 1 1/2 times your earnings in the highest paid quarter. That should not be difficult, but it will trip up some people, right? Excuse me. And they provide an example here. If you earn more than $11,088 in the highest paid quarter, the agency will use $11,088 as your earnings during the quarter. And then your earnings during the base period would have to be $16,632 to meet that criteria. I hope that helps. I suspect it doesn't, but definitely there's that link down below, and I'm also going to link the form that I'm kind of reading out of as I try to explain this to you very poorly, I think, and I wish you the best of luck. And we created this for the pro bono attorneys that were helping as they're representing claimants. I will also provide the link to those pro bono attorneys because our firm cannot take on unemployment claims. We're very busy right now helping people who are at risk for COVID, so hopefully these pro bono attorneys will be able to assist you. Good luck.